And this entry of the pathogen actually happens in most cases if there is bleach on the skin. Okay, if I get a wound on my hand, inflammatory reactions or responses will be set in place. Okay, because when there is this damage to the skin, the pathogens can gain entry, and then you have other reactions associated with making sure that the wound does not really go bad. Okay, so if you get a cut, blood will come, right? That blood will not flow continuously because you will have proper clotting mechanisms. Clotting will happen, okay? But also still clotting can be effective if it is not a major blood vessel that has been cut, okay? But if it is a small bruise, clotting can actually minimize the blood loss. That loss of blood, that blood that comes, can stop, okay? So that exposure of your skin can easily result into entry of pathogens, and therefore that is why it is very important for the inflammatory responses to come in order to arrest or isolate the infection before it proceeds. If you have a wound that started as small and it is not attended to, and then it becomes very worse, it's because of that exposure of the wound. It is not maintained cleaned. Even if you have all these inflammatory responses, they may not really contain the infection. So you have cytokines, some chemicals being released. These chemicals help in recruiting more immune cells. Okay, they are basically like signals. Please, we are attacked here. We are under attack. Can you come? Okay, so histamine will also be released. This helps in dilating the blood vessels such that more blood comes, but also more blood vessels also do come. I mean, more immune cells do come, including the neutrophils that will help in destroying the pathogens. Okay, and then at the injury site, you will have macrophages there. So just look at it if there is, in terms of if there is an incident that has happened. Okay, if there is an accident that has happened, different policemen at different levels can arrive at the site depending on the nature of incident. Okay, you have them, if it is an accident, you have traffic, making sure that the traffic flow is controlled. The usual policemen will make sure that there is law and order, people's properties are not stolen and things like that. And then there also will be people who clear the site where the scene. Investigators can do whatever they want, and then the place is cleared. So it's the same thing basically that happens, that you have different cells that will be mobilized at the site of injury to make sure that the wound heals, okay, or the injury is repaired. So what cells are there? You will have platelets. This will help in blood clotting. We have talked about that. Have mast cells that release histamine, which is very important for vasodilation. The vessels should open such that more neutrophils come. And the neutrophils help in engulfing pathogens or carrying out phagocytosis. And then the macrophages are also phagocytic, so they phagocytize the pathogens. They can also secrete cytokines and recruit more immune cells. One of the things that happens in inflammation is that warmth that I talked about. But generally, if you get an infection, you get what you call fever, an increase in body temperature. The increase in body temperature is a warning sign for the fact that you have an infection. And this increase in temperature is caused by chemicals that can detect changes, okay, in the body, changes in the body temperature. Pyrogens, we call them pyrogens, okay? They're the ones that notify the thermal regulatory center in the brain, and then it adjusts the temperature such that the temperature increases, and then other immunoresponse activities actually take place. One of the things is that increase in temperature enhances immune responses, okay? Particularly, you will have the phagocyte activity increasing, but you also have more interferons being produced, okay? So that means that the increase in temperature enhances the activity of the immune system. And the way I've described the non-specific defense mechanisms, like it is the alpha and omega. The truth is that it is not. Yes, it is always active. It can respond to any pathogen that comes. It is very rapid. Yes, but there are some pathogens that actually indeed bypass this level and cause more damage to us and cause infections. So that means that the non-specific defense mechanisms may not always be sufficient. Okay, that means that we need to have another level of defense, and we shall look at that. Okay, so sometimes this system can be overwhelmed, and the other thing is that since it is non-specific, you can always have challenges with the how it responds. So that is where now we come into another type of immune system that we call the adaptive immunity. That if the innate immunity fails, then the body says, no, I still have another defense system to deal with this infection. So that is what we are going to look at next. For now, we have noted that the immune system helps in identifying, neutralizing pathogens. Okay, this can be done through different mechanisms. We have those that are very specific, and then those that are non-specific. But all of them are actually very, very important in protecting us from getting infections. Thank you.